Welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite dimmailoka. For those of you that are seeing me for the first time, I am a content creator that makes videos talking all about God, finance, self-development, and sharing my unique journey with all of you. All this to make you and I better people. So if these are the things that you are interested in, please hit the subscribe button and join the family. We are so happy to have you around. So guys, welcome back. How are you doing? How's life treating you? I hope that you're having an amazing day, and also I wish you a very fruitful week ahead. This topic we are about to discuss today is a topic that is on the lips of everyone. Everyone says I love you, but actually, do we know the true meaning of love? Like sometimes I feel like we can't even handle that word. It's so deep and broad, and people really have different explanations and different understanding about that word. But today we are going to look at the understanding that God gave us, what He says love is, before any other thing. So with that being said, let's get right into this video. So let's go to 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4 to 8. That really talked about love at a great length. It says, love is patient. Before we read further, I want you guys to be picking out this word, because those Bible verses is so straight to the point. Like Paul did an amazing job here. He wasn't like talking a lot of things, just talking about things, but he was just so direct to the point. So let's read further. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Love never fails, but when there are prophecies, they will cease. When there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. So we are going to pick this one by one, because Paul really said a lot of things here, and it also opens our eyes to what love is. Love is not just a feeling, right? It encompasses a lot of things. Love is not just what you feel. It's not just about the surge that runs through your spine, things like that. No, love is action. Love requires a lot. After watching this video, before you say I love you, or before you say you love something, just make sure that you're able to do all those things. So the first one says that love is patient. You claim you love someone. Can you be patient with that person? Are you patient with them? Love is patient. It says love is kind, and kindness means being considerate. Are you considerate with someone around you? Are you kind to them? The next one says it does not envy. Love is not envious. Envy simply means wanting what someone else have. Are you like that? Do you want exactly what the other person have? Like you even think about switching places with these people. Are you like that towards someone you love? If you're envious, then you don't have love. To be honest, if you're envious, you don't have love. The next one is it does not boast, and the similar one is it is not proud. Love is not proud. Love is understanding. Love is being at a place with someone and then you're like, yeah, I'm just cool with this. You're just humble with them. Love does not boast. It is not proud. So the next one says it does not dishonor others. This is very, very key. Love does not dishonor others. Do you dishonor the ones you claim you love? The next one says it is not self-seeking. And this is so key. This is a very huge key for us to unlock the goodies we want in life. Love is not self-seeking. A lot of people, you claim you love someone, but you are selfish. You put yourself first. It's just about what will suit me, what will fit me. You only come through for them only when it's convenient for you. It's just about you. Then if you're like that with someone, believe me, you don't love that person. Love is about putting others first. Love is about understanding the next person. Love is about sacrifices. Love is about carrying the other person along. That is what love is. Love is not self-seeking. So if you have that mindset, then you really have to change that, or you just tell yourself the truth that you don't love this person or these people. It is not easily angered. Love is not easily angered. I love how Apostle Paul admitted that we can be angry. Like, I love how real he is. He knows that we can be angry, but he says that love is not easily angered. I hope you're not easily angered by the people you claim you love, or by someone you claim you love. I hope you're not easily angered. The next one says, it keeps no records of wrong. Love does not keep account of the injury, the mistake, the bruises you sustain through interaction with that person. Love does not keep account of this. Love is when you say you forgive that person, you truly forgive that person, and you let go of all the wrongs. That is it. I know it's difficult, but that is just the truth. It keeps no account of wrongs. Love is positivity at its highest peak. That is what love is. So do not keep account of wrongs, okay? When you say you forgive someone you love, make sure you really forgive that person. And when you forgive, just throw everything away, okay? Throw everything away. Don't keep account of that. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Love is all about positivity. Love does not plot harm against the other person. Love does not plan evil against the other person. Love is all about truth. I know one thing with truth, whether it's bitter or sweet, truth is truth. Truth has no, corner ways. No, truth is straightforward. So love is straightforward. Love does not delight in evil. Love, does not go through the corners and stuff like that. No, love is what love is. Love is straightforward. Love is clear. Yes, I would love to use that word. Love is just so clear. So the next one, it says that love always protects, it always trusts, it always hopes, and it always perseveres. Love protects, love trusts, love hopes, love believes that good stuff are going to come. Love perseveres, even through hard times. Love perseveres. Love stood its ground. Love endures. So if you believe you love someone, if you believe, oh, I'm going to build something beautiful with this person, like I really love this person, just know that they are going to protect that person, you're going to trust that person, you're going to hope, aka you're going to really believe and expect that good things or whatever you guys are planning for is going to happen. And whenever you encounter challenges along the way, love perseveres. Love is going to endure. Love does not run away from challenges. That is a path a lot of people get it wrong. That is the path a lot of marriages crashes, a lot of relationship crashes. Love perseveres. It's not just there when it's easygoing, when it's sweet, when it's succulent, when it's peaceful. No, love is there when there is chaos, when there is hardship, when there is misunderstanding, when things are not going your own way, when things are uncertain. Love is there. Love perseveres. Love hopes. It says, love never fails. Love cannot fail. Like, this is the sweetest part. Like, this is the part that I read. I'm like, Paul, you did a thing, and God is just so amazing, to be honest. So this place said, love never fails. Listen, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. So what this simply means is that love cannot fail. Even if there is prophecy, that prophecy will cease to happen because there is love. If there is knowledge, that knowledge will pass away. It will be stilled because there is love. Love triumphs over these things. When there are tongues, it will not hold because there is love. So that means that love supersedes all those things. Love supersedes whatever it is. Like, I'm serious. Love supersedes whatever it is. That is why John said that God is love. John has never met God, but he knew that God is love. Love supersedes every other thing, just like God. So John said God is love, and love supersedes everything. So that means God supersedes everything. Love is such a great virtue we can possess as Christians. You see the qualities we went through while reading this chapter. So if you love someone, just know that you're going to be able to do all these things and accommodate these things. You're going to be patient, you're going to be kind, you're not going to be easily angered, you're not going to be proud, you're not going to dishonor the other person, you're going to protect, you're going to trust, you're going to hope, you're going to persevere, and you're going to know that love cannot fail. And nothing can make love to fail. In that same 1 Corinthians 13 verse 1 to 3, that is the beginning of this chapter. Like, this chapter is a whole lot. It just talked about love in the most in-depth manner. Like, it just went through with love. You will see where Paul said a lot of things. It was like, if I can do great things, if I can do amazing things, but I don't have love, then I am nothing. Without love, we are nothing. Love is what makes us human. There are a lot of chaos in the world because people lack love. We don't see the next person as our brother. We don't love the next person. Or just like Christ said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. There is a lot of chaos in the world because people don't have love. People don't see the next person as worthy of love. We qualify ourselves through our skin color, through our height, through our age, through our status. Social stratification just did a whole lot of things in our society. We are so selfish. If it's not going to benefit us, like, I'm not doing that. We can't sacrifice. We can't lay down our life for the other person. That is why there's a lot of chaos in the world. Assuming we have love, all these wars being fought, these are human life being wasted. These are human lives. Assuming we have love, we're going to know that, oh my God, that child killed has a lot of potential. That woman killed, that man killed, like, all these people, they have dreams, they have a life to live, and they're just being wasted because people cannot just come to terms. People cannot understand. People cannot love themselves. Everyone is just about their own interests. As far as I'm going to get what I want, then I don't care. I don't give a damn anymore. That is not how we are supposed to live. That is not what Jesus Christ taught us. As Christians, let's make this mark. Okay? So when you go through all these qualities, I advise that in your free time after watching this video, just go through these qualities. You can write them down. You can, look inward, ask yourself questions, analyze, assess the way you've been loving people, and see if it is in line with this. Okay? I know you are not perfect, but life is worth trying. So let's see Matthew 22 verse 36 to 40. It says, "Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law?" So someone was asking Christ, what is the greatest commandment in law? Because there are a lot of things being said, a whole lot, do this, do that, but he was like, which of them is the greatest? So let's see what Christ's response was. Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your mind." So Christ said, love God, love his Father with all your heart, your soul, with all your mind. Thoroughly love God. And then he went further and said, "This is the first and greatest commandment. The second like it is, love your neighbor as you love yourself." So the greatest commandment is for us to love God. And Christ said there is another one like it. There is another similar one. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. That's why Mahatma Gandhi, guys, I don't know if I got the pronunciation right. My Indian family like eat me out, okay? That's why he said, "I like your Christ. I do not like your Christians, because your Christians are unlike Christ." And that is the problem we are having in the world today. So this guy said that he liked Christ. Christ is the embodiment of love. Christ was a very good person. Christ was considerate. Christ was kind. He was patient. He persevered. He hoped. He was not self-seeking. He laid his life for the other person. But what about us Christians? That's why I don't really like using the word Christians, to be honest. I'm like followers of Christ or lovers of Christ, because Christian, have those stereotype of some, it's a religion, right? It's a religion. So, but me, I really prefer to say child of God, servants of God, followers of Christ, even though this might mean Christian, but at least I'm not using that particular word. Why? Why am I just uncomfortable with that word? It's just because of the way we Christians behave. People who call themselves Christians, we don't have love. I grew up in a Christian neighborhood. In fact, let me just say, 90% of people living in my neighborhood were Christians. People that are non-Christians used to hide it because my environment is just saturated with Christians. But how do they live? How? Everyone is just self-seeking. People are just selfish. People are judgmental. No one cares. People dishonor others. People boast. People are just so proud of themselves. People are not patient. They don't believe in the next person. Like, it was just a whole lot. It was just a whole lot. And I urge us as Christians, as we have opened our eyes to this book, to this chapter, this is what love means. Assuming everyone else is patient with the next person, no one is self-seeking. Everyone is considerate. People are not proud. People understand that love cannot fail. Then a lot of chaos, a lot of uncertainties, a lot of problems going on in the world wouldn't be there because we have love. So the greatest commandment is to love God and to love your fellow human being. That is the greatest commandment. So if you're starting off as a Christian, I don't know where to start because there's a lot of things being said. There's a lot of things said in the Bible. When you go to YouTube, there's a lot of people talking about God and you don't even know where to start. This is the right way to start. Love God and love your neighbor as you love yourself. A person who loves him or herself won't harm his body. The person will be patient with his body. The person will be considerate. The person will care about his body. The person will do a lot of good stuff for his body. But when we meet the other person, we are not like that. So this video is just an eye-opener of what love truly means. Romans 5 verse 8 says that we are sinners, but Christ died for us. You know, one thing I love about Christ, about being on God's side, is he lived the example. Like, he was not just up there telling us about stuff to do. No. Christ lived by example. Christ was here on earth and demonstrated the highest level of love, dying for the next person, dying for all of us, being subjected to inhuman treatment. He experienced hardship. Up there in heaven, he was the son of the king, so he was living very comfortably. But he had to let go of all these things. He had to give all these things up just to save you and I. Christ is just the perfect example of what love is. He hates seeing people in pain. He hates seeing people being deceived. He was just there. He was just an embodiment of love. He encouraged people. He provided for people. When the 5,000 people gathered, they were like, these people are hungry. Christ did not let all of them go. He was like, how can I cater for them? What am I going to do? Do we have that mindset when we meet the next person? When the next person is in problems, do we ever think, how can I help this person? Or do we just push them away? Christ never pushed anybody away. At a time when his disciples were pushing people away, we were like, no, leave them, let them come to me. He never pushed anybody away. Christ sits with the most terrible people. He had dinner with tax collectors, like people who people judged, people who other people looked down on. But these people are human. When Christ came, he never discriminated. Love does not discriminate. Love doesn't discriminate. Love accepts everyone as he or she is. In fact, Christ was rolling with the worst people. He was not with the noble, people who came from a prestigious family, people who are rich, influential. No, he was not rolling with all those people. His guys were just normal guys on the streets. But these are the people that in the world today, these people are discriminated, these people are judged. I was watching this movie just a few days ago, Joker. I've not watched it before. And the guy said something. I don't know the particular episode because I think that movie has different versions or whatever. So when he shot this guy on live television, Murray Live, or I've forgotten the name, he said something. Before he shot this guy, he said something that he was so invisible. Like if you walk past him on the street, you wouldn't even notice. And that is what we are. Discrimination, social stratification, all those things are just nothing. We are just a gallery of artwork with different shapes, color, texture, and size. That is what we are. Our individuality made the world colorful, made the world beautiful. But what are we doing? Instead of us to love, we are discriminating, we are hating. We are cutting some people out. We are treating some people as outcasts. Even when we are sinners, Christ died for us, right? But Christ did not wait for us to change. Christ did not wait for us to be perfect. He came to us in our filthiness, in our uncleanness. He came and died for us. What manner of love is greater than that? So you can see that Christ demonstrated the highest level of love. 1 John 3 verse 18 says that love is not just words, but it's action. Love is action. You're going to be patient with these people. You're not going to be self-seeking. Like, you think these things are easy? You're not going to be proud. You're not going to dishonor anyone. You're going to trust. You're going to hope. You're going to persevere. Like, you're going to just do a lot of things. These things are not easy. They are not. That is why love is action. It's not just words. Oh, I saw him and I felt something for him. That's not love. Okay, that's just your feelings. You're just in your feelings. When you love that person is when you get into an argument with that person. When you guys are passing through tough times. That is when you will know whether I have love or not. That is when. It's not when everything is so smooth. Selling, everything looks good. He's handsome, he's tall, he's this, he's that, he's a basketball player. Wow, he's all these good stuff. Yeah, they're beautiful, but that's not love. Love happens in the struggles, in the uncertainties, when it feels like the world is against you. If both of you are going to pull through, then you know that you got love. Let's read 1 John 13 verse 34 and 35. It says, "A new command I give you, love one another." Christ is saying here, a new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. He used the word must. As I have loved you, you must love one another. I loved you, I cared for you, I protected you, I provided for you. I was there with you. People were discriminating you, I stuck with you. I did not care about my own image. And that's why all those Roman officials were mad. Yes. How can someone who claims that he's so great, how can he mix with these people? No. And they're just mad. They're like, what manner of person is this? What kind of person is this? But actually, Jesus Christ did not care about all these things. He did not care. He kept on living his truth. That's why they say love is truth. Truth is not always sweet. Sometimes you're just going to view where you're just like, wow, like, how do I even meet this person? Like, how do I even say I love this person? Because you're driving me nuts. But you still stick with this person. So by this, he went further and said, by this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. You can see why Gandhi of India said that your Christians are unlike Christ. Christ said that we are going to be identified as his followers because we love him, because we have love. And that is what is going to differentiate us from other people. That is what will make us to stand out. That is what will make people to know that we are followers of Christ. Is if we have love. But do we have love? You know one thing, it's not just about preaching or telling people, follow Jesus Christ, but most times, the highest preaching you can give to the next person is your own actions. How do you treat people around you? How do you? Are you just this nagging person who always squeezes his or her face and you don't care about people? You're just that boss that controls everyone. No one can speak in front of you. Like, you just dominate everyone. It all depends on your actions. People observe you. People are watching you. Sometimes what will bring them close to God is your actions. When you live like that, they're like, oh God, this person is such a cool person. Like, I love the way this person acts. And then they can come by your side and you're like, I'm living my life like this because I know Jesus. They're just going to be like, oh wow, okay, I want to know your God. Yeah. Some people, the way you live your life because you're a follower of Christ will put them off. It happened. Just look at Jesus Christ when he came on earth. It happened. His characters put a lot of people off, made a lot of people angry. But there are also a lot of people who are waiting for him. So it's just about that. It's about living your truth. What will distinguish us as followers of Christ from the next person is love. It's love. And Christ said we must have love. So I'm telling you today, I'm telling myself also, we must have love. That is our mark. That is our identity as followers of Christ. The last Bible verse I want us to talk about is Romans 8 verse 39. So it says, "For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord." Paul is saying here, nothing, absolutely nothing can separate us from the love of God. Nothing. So sis, I don't care how filthy you think you are. I don't care how far you think God is from you. But one thing I know is that nothing can separate us from God's love. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So stop running away from him. Go and soak yourself in his love. God is so caring and so protecting and so like he provides. Like sometimes I'm like, we are the people gaining from this relationship, to be honest. All you just have to do is to live a good life that is also going to benefit you. Because when you sow your hands in evil, karma will surely come. Depending on the amount or depending on the length, depending on the depth of that, you might even get your punishment instantly. But being on God's side is just about doing good things that will favor you. Like, it's just a win-win situation for us. Like, we are just winning all around. God will guide you on how to live a productive, satisfying, fulfilling life. At the same time, you are serving him. But you're just the one making all the profit, to be honest. So go soak yourself in God's love. Go to him. Don't think that, oh, he doesn't love you anymore. You've done a lot of things. No. He doesn't care about all those things. He just cares about your soul. Your soul is more valuable than anything in the world to him. He even said that once a sinner turns back, once a sinner repents, there is joy in heaven. Imagine just for one soul, there is joy in the whole of heaven. That is how much you matter. I don't care the struggles, I don't care about the uncertainties, I don't care what the devil is trying to make us to believe. All I know and all I care about is that God is love. And that love is available for each and every one of us. You can ask ways to get started with love. You can start by asking God. You all know that that's the first thing I'm just going to say. When I have struggles, when I have challenges, I'm just going to go tell it to God, because God said that we should come to him without worries, without being anxious. Tell him what you need and he's going to give you that. So that's what I do all the time. I'm just going to tell God, I need to grow in this. I need to get better at this. Help me with it. And it always comes true. It always does come true. Okay. And another thing is you really have to start being intentional about it. Yes, you can start being intentional about being patient with people, be considerate. I don't want you to overwork yourself. Just take it a step at a time. I know that sometimes when we hear things like this, we are so ready. That's an amazing thing. We are so motivated to start doing everything said. But sometimes you will burn yourself out. And what you want to do is lasting changes. So you can start by gradually start, implementing these things in your life and also in the life of the people around you. And also start loving those who are challenging to love. Like I've said this previously, where I grew up in, I was really, really discriminated, or people had the wrong idea about who I am. And I'm not blaming them, because that's the level of their knowledge. Because I'm so open, I don't discriminate people. All the people that are like, oh, these are the bad girls. And when you come to me or ask me for advice, because you all know that when I was growing up, like I've always said, like older girls usually come around me to tell me their issues, and then they're like, please advise me. So that was how I grew up. So if you come to me, I don't care what people have to say about you. I'm like talking with you. I'm like, we're sorting it out. So because of this, people like hated me. People had the wrong view of me. They were like, oh, she's now living that kind of life or whatever. But just so judgmental. That time, I didn't even know what I was doing. That was the funny part. I didn't even know. And thank God I didn't know what I was doing, because maybe if I was aware of what I was doing, then I might start distancing myself from these people. I wasn't aware of what I was doing. I'm like, why are people just saying all this shit about me? Like, these are human beings. What do you want me to do? So when someone comes around me, I'm like, no, I don't want to talk. Like, what do you guys want me to do? And that was the kind of life Jesus Christ lived. I'm nowhere near perfect. I'm nowhere near where Christ lived. I know that I'm a sinner, but I'm just trying to put something out. So love people who are challenging to love. Someone is down that path, but maybe if you speak with them, if you just talk to them, they will know that they can be better. They will know that they can be at the other side. Yes. Some people are just where they are, not because they love you, but because they don't even know they can get to the other side. They don't know. But when you speak with these people and then they're like, oh, you're at the other side, they can, as first, start realizing that they can be there if they want to. Yes. So start loving people who are challenging to love. I'm really picky about my friends at the same time, but I never shut my door to people. You can also show love through service. That is what action is. You can start being kind to people. You can stop being self-seeking. You can stop being envious. You can just take all these actions that is going to lead you to your higher self. So guys, with that being said, we've come to the end of this video. I hope that you learned one or two things from this video. And yeah, I hope that this video opened your eyes to what love is. And I'm so happy that I made this video. Paul said that there is hope, there is faith, and there is love. But the highest of them all is love. So we've talked about faith here in this channel. We've talked about believing in what you want and stuff like that. But love is the highest. So make sure you got love in you. Okay? So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, guys. It helps the channel and it helps me as well. You see your favorite dimmailoka, and it's been great with you guys. Until next time, don't forget to stay positive and stay cheeky. Bye.